Hey everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel. My name's Mike, and I'm here to talk to you guys about tires. So, what this channel is going to be about is going to be cars/tires. I've worked in the tire industry for probably 15 years or so, a little more than that. I've been working on cars for just over 20 years. I've been from the mechanic out in the garage, I've been the sales guy, and I've also been the service manager, which is actually the current position I hold right now. Right now, I currently work with Sam's Club. I manage their tire center in my local club here in Melbourne, Florida. So some of y'all might have seen me there. It's like, appreciate it. Y'all know who I am. You know how I operate. You know, I like to be upfront with everybody. I don't want to tell you something if I don't have to. You know, I want to make sure you're safe down the road. That's my biggest concern. And that's something I see a lot with a lot of garages, that they always try to sell people, upsell everything. I'm like, I like to offer it out and go, hey, if you want it, we got it. If you got time, let's do it. If not, let's make an appointment for a different day. So I got an opportunity to go to a lot of different trainings for Sam's Clubs. They've been great. They've sent me all across the country. I've been to Texas. I've been to Vermont. I've been to South Carolina. I've been to Vegas. For different trainings for Michelin, for Goodyear, Pirelli. We cover everything from how to install tires properly, from low profiles to big truck tires, how to deal with Audis, how to lift Teslas, how to properly do flat repairs. And on top of that, we also get to study every tire in a classroom environment and in a real environment. We get to drive on tracks, and with weathered down tracks, do 360s with these cars to spin out, to show differences, why you should have good tires in front versus rear. We've done off-roading, gone up mountains and off-roading Jeeps to test all terrains, all the way up to mud terrain tires, how four-wheel drive works. So it's a very inclusive classes. They're fantastic, and you know, once you're with Sam's for a while, they start sending you out to these classes pretty quick from when you get there, which is a fantastic opportunity. I get to drive a Ferrari, full race Ferrari around the track to test out the performance tires, and blew my mind on how far we can push these vehicles and go around the track. Also, they have other classes that we get to take, or I guess classes is the best way to put it. It's showing us the difference between the right tire for the right purpose on the vehicles, where I got to chase down a minivan, chase on the BMW with the minivan. That one was by far one of the biggest things I got to do. That blew my mind on what difference tires can make from one car to another. So we're hoping to recreate that one to show you guys exactly how that goes, and to drive a point across, because that was a big one for me when I got to drive those cars. And it's not like we get to sit in with instructors behind the wheel all the time. We, as employees, got to drive these vehicles with each tire back to back on a course, hard braking, hard gas, hard turns, with instructors there. And I mean, it was a safe environment that we get to do it in. It was fantastic. But you know, to really showcase what would happen if all of a sudden you got to swerve really hard, or you got to slam on the brakes really hard. That 0 to 60 and 60 to 0 times were huge, and they recorded the numbers, and we get to go back and forth, go back in classroom, overview what we just did, explain why things work certain ways. So it was really inclusive. That's one thing that I've worked in several other garages. I've never had an opportunity to do anything like this. That was huge, and I've gotten to go to quite a few different of these trainings through them, and it was great. To me, I feel like I'm a notch above, not to boast, but a notch above most other sellers and installers, because I've had the opportunity to go through all these different trainings and learn about each one of these tires, and I've only touched a fraction of it. And I've covered Goodyear, Dunlop, Pirellis, Michelin, BF Goodrich, Uniroyal, so a wide variety of tires, some of the big name manufacturers out there. And I'm hoping to attend more of these classes, because they are just fantastic, the amount of information they give, and I want to be able to help bring that out to you guys, so that way you know how to save money and where to spend the money in the right places, so that way you got more in your pocket and a better riding vehicle when you drive down the road. Straight up, well, be 100% real quick, is I make no money off this whatsoever, guys. I get nothing out of this except the enjoyment of letting you guys be able to come to the garage and choose what you need right off the bat and not feel like you got scammed or taken advantage of. That's going to be the point of this channel as a whole, is I want to be able to help train and teach and, everybody. So when you come to spend $500 to $1,000 on a set of tires, you feel like you got what you paid for. Not that you got scammed or that I forced you to buy something, or anybody forced you to buy something that you didn't need. And that's the biggest thing. I see more people take more time to figure out what kind of purse they want for an outfit or what kind of tools they want to buy, do more research into that than they do tires. And we all use tires every single day. Even if you don't own a car, you hop on a bus that has tires, okay, to get to work, or you borrow a buddy's car, or everybody has vehicles, and there's millions of tires on the road. So that's what this whole thing's gonna be about. So, probably one of the biggest things I got to see and experience in one of my trainings was somebody put it out like this. This sheet of paper, this is what you're driving on. Your 4, 5, 6,000 pound vehicle is driving down 4 patches like this. So if you just take your standard 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, fold it in half, fold in half again. That's it. That's one tire. That entire tire, this is what you're driving down on the road. I'll tell you what, I don't know about you guys. For me, I want this contact patch to be fantastic, okay? Because it's not about the go, it's more about the stop. The one time somebody cuts you off and you almost slam into someone, or if you got bald tires, you do slam into them, that's a huge headache. And I don't know about anybody else, but I've been down that road a couple of times. I hate dealing with insurance. Heck, I don't even think the insurance people like dealing with you to do it. It's nothing but a hassle than injuries. It's a whole nother topic of discussion there. So, yeah. So if there's anything you guys want to know specifically about tires, things you don't understand, leave in the comments below. Let us know. That way we can make sure to go and get the information for you, put it out there. We're definitely going to have some fun with this. We've come up with some creative ideas to help break down some of the lingo in the tire area departments or garages in general, so that way it makes more sense. It's easier to remember, especially when it's something that most people don't want to deal with. I don't know many people who want to spend money on their cars. It's expensive, and then you figure the car costs a fortune to begin with nowadays. I mean, a Camry starts at like $30,000 for a base model. I mean, then if you want to get something that's kind of nice with some extra luxury, I mean, you're talking $50,000, $60,000. I work for Sam's Club. I can't afford that. Heck, I can't afford some of the tires that would come through our tire shop that people buy. But I mean, that's what it is. That's why I'm there, to help you guys choose how to do it. Like I said, I want to make sure you yourself have a little bit more understanding of what's going on when you show up, to make your experience that much better. Because there's only so much that we can do on our side, but it's more about what you can do on your side, that when you come in, things go much smoother, much faster. So, all right, go ahead and leave your comments down below. Let us know what you want, what you're looking for, what questions you have. Because I tell you what, I've been to a lot of trainings. I still have a ton of questions. I want to weed out the crud that the manufacturers put out there for people. Every single tire you read on their labels, they're all amazing at what they do. They're all super smooth. They're all super quiet. And we've all been on bad set of tires. That is so not true. And there's a fine line there where you pay for what you get when it comes with tires. It's kind of true, but at the same token, the number one question I get asked is, what is the best tire? And that's such an open-ended question, because the best tire for me on my 68 Camaro is not the same tire I want to put on a Cadillac. And they're both GM-based vehicles, but one's designed for smooth, one's designed for performance, depending on how I'm running the car. So there's a huge difference there on when somebody asks me that question. It's like, it's such an open-ended question. And now that's going to take an extra 10, 15, 20 minutes for me to take the time to help educate you at that moment, which I have no problem doing. But when you're standing in line 3 people back and I have to do that with each person in front of you, now you have a 20-minute wait just to come talk to me. And I love the fact that you guys are waiting to come see me. But at the same time, I want to get you guys out of there. The less time you're at my counter, the more time you have to go do whatever else you got to do. Specifically like at Sam's Club, you can go shopping, go grab a hot dog in the cafe. Plenty of other options to do. Or if you have somebody waiting for you to catch a ride, I got a lot of people drop off cars for work, and now I got a line of 4 or 5 people the second I open because everybody wants to get their cars done first thing in the morning, drop off for work, which is great, except now you're in a hurry to get out of there, which I don't want you waiting around. So if you have a little bit of information ahead of time, makes your interaction with me and anybody else you may deal with at Tire Kingdom, Tires Plus, whoever, that much smoother. We were going to go into things about like how to search tires appropriately online, so that way you know what you're looking at. I've had plenty of people over the years order tires on the online website from samsclub.com, and they show up and they're not the right size, and now they're mad at me. I'm like, I didn't do it. I needed you to do a little bit of homework before you order tires, and I see that all the time. People, I want the cheapest thing for my BMW. Okay, I'll sell you the tires. If you want it, I'll sell it to you. I'm not going to try to change your mind. I'll put it out there going, hey, there's a reason this car comes with this type of brand or this type of make or for some, this class of tire. But some people just want to have the cheapest. I mean, I get it. Your wallet is not my wallet. I completely understand 100% when it comes to that. Sometimes it's funds are tight this month, but I got to have tires or I'm not getting to work. It happens. Happens every single day. I get it. Tires are not cheap. So that's why we need to learn how to save money ourselves, how to get your warranties, how to maintain your warranties. So that way you don't have to spend a ton of money every single time you got to come in the garage. So, and it's better for the manufacturers if you get your warranties. It's better for the garages if you get the more miles out of your tires. It's everybody's happy when you get it. Nobody's trying to trick you out of not getting a warranty, but there are some things that you yourself got to do, and we're going to help teach you that. And they're simple, they're easy things, to get done. But people just seem to always get so wrapped up in so many other things that they don't have time. But when you really break it down, it doesn't take a lot of time to an entire year to get rotate and balancing done on your tires. It's not that hard as people forget, which is, it happens. We understand. We get it. A lot more companies are starting to put out emails or text messages going, ding, hey, we haven't seen you in 6 months, probably time for rotation. When you get stuff like that, yeah, that usually means it's time to get it done. Unless you got a car that sits for 6 months out of the year, you're going up and north, going north or south for the winter. Like I get a lot of snowbirds coming down for the winter season, which heck, I don't blame them. Friggin' summer here is scorching hot, and then go up north for that. Then for the winter, come back down here where it's friggin' 10 inches of snow, or heck, 10 feet in some places. Yeah, I would gladly come down here for the go back and forth if it was that way for me. But I can't. Maybe one day. So, all right. Please, everybody, give us a like and a share. Give us a thumbs up if you like it. Give us a thumbs down if you don't. Leave the comments below. Tell me why you didn't like the video. So that way I can change it up and make it better for you guys. So that way everybody's more entertained with this. So thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next video.